Hey everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. Today, we have a perfect recipe for summer. Yeli from Yelisbelly, who's been on the show before and asked for her to come back, is going to be making sweet potato fresh summer rolls with a low-calorie peanut dipping sauce. Please welcome her back to the show. It's very nice to see you again, and what have you been up to since the last time we spoke?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be back. Definitely when I saw the announcement, hey, do you want to come back on the show? Yes, super. Always a fun time with you. What have I been up to? Well, a lot of fitness, a lot of working on my business. I'm always, wanting to build and grow, not just my business, but like mentally and physically. And making food, making delicious recipes to be able to share with, people who are watching like you guys. And then I've got my own little community on Instagram.
Nice. In case people didn't see the last show, how'd you get started in the plant-based world?
So in 2016, I saw a documentary, Earthlings. And after I saw that, I definitely didn't want to contribute anymore to like animal cruelty. So I decided to go pescatarian. Well, I decided to go vegan. It lasted a week. I was able to do pescatarian for a year and a half, maybe. And then one day to the next, I was ready and I just went vegan. I almost gagged at the last piece of salmon that I actually had. And that's when I knew I was ready. So that's how I got into, the vegan lifestyle, and just really every day I'm learning more. I feel more in tune and connected with this plant-based lifestyle. I feel like there's always ways to level up. Like I used to eat a lot of vegan junk food and I thought I felt, I was doing my best. And then I kind of started feeling like crap. I actually gained some weight, went to plant-based whole foods and, continue to progress in it. And I love it. I don't see life any other way.
I'm so happy to have you on the team. So you're really interested in fitness too, aren't you?
Yeah. I love to work out. I like the way it makes me feel. I like to feel strong. I like to look good. Who doesn't want to look good,
Well, you look great, and I love your apron, by the way. Adorable.
It's recently new. It's custom made, little avocado. It's kind of like my signature thing. So thank you. I love it. I'm obsessed.
It looks great. Well, I can't wait to see this recipe because it looks like it doesn't need an oven, which I think is perfect for summer.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need an oven. The sweet potato does need to get cooked, but I'm going to use an air fryer for it. Or you can steam it if you'd like, but I feel like that'd be a little weird and mushy. I would recommend, I'm going to basically cut it into fry-like shape, and we'll maybe coat it with some seasonings and throw it in the air fryer. But while it's cooking in the air fryer, that's when we'll prep all of the rest of the ingredients. And by the time we're done doing that, the sweet potatoes will be ready and we're ready to put everything together.
That's great. And, even though, yes, of course, the sweet potato has to be cooked in some way, I batch cook. I always have cooked sweet potatoes in my freezer and my refrigerator. So that'd be really an easy thing to do for me.
Yeah, totally. I thought about pre-cooking it for the recipe, but I was like, I don't know if maybe some people want to see the process. But yeah, totally. I actually had sweet potato in my fridge prepped up until 2 days ago, but I ate it all.
All right. Yeah, I love sweet potatoes. They're my favorite food. Really, they are.
They're so delicious. I had them in a salad. And I actually had seasoned them with cinnamon. So it was a really cool combination of sweet and savory all in a salad. So really yummy.
Yep. Ooh, Adam's. Hey, Adam. Adam's watching, and he says sweet potatoes are life. You betcha, baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All kinds of potatoes. I love potatoes. And what I love about this recipe too, you guys, I could show you a little bit what I have set up here, but it's really all very simple ingredients. Like who doesn't have lettuce, red onion, and like cucumber in their fridge, So really like the main ingredient here is the spring roll wrappers, which you can find at Publix or Whole Foods. You can order them on Amazon, and everything else is pretty basic. This is going to be specific ingredients that we're going to use here today, but you can get as creative and, put whatever you want inside. I always make them different every time I make them because it's just really kind of depending on what I have.
All right.
Cool. So let's get started.
Absolutely.
Okay. So first things first, I'm gonna wash my sweet potato. I like to also use a brush for the sweet potato. Now, you don't have to peel it. That's totally optional. I'm gonna just peel it a little bit. And I guess I'll put my camera here so you can see. I'm just gonna peel it a little bit because I don't have my brush. So I kind of want to peel off the dirty outside, but it's not required. I personally never peel my potatoes. I always eat it with the skin, but today we're peeling it.
Yep. Skin has a lot of fiber.
Yeah, but it's just so dirty. And I don't have my brush. But other than that, I mean, yesterday I was making Brussels sprouts and I found a worm in one Brussels sprout. Whoa.
That would freak me out forever.
Yeah. Okay, sweet potatoes are so challenging to cut. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so for those watching, the sweet potato, it's totally optional once we cut it into the little fry shapes. Totally optional to season them. I think I'm going to season them a little bit with some garlic powder and some paprika. No oil needed. Chef AJ, you're oil free, right?
Yeah, I've been for a while. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good to me without oil.
Yeah, totally. If I eat something like really oily, my stomach, I feel it, my body feels it. The only time I use oil is if I need to like spray for nonstick, but I don't add oil to like dressings and sauces.
Good. I love when young people know this, but it's not necessary.
No, not necessary at all. Whenever I see a recipe online and they put like a half a cup of oil, I'm just like, no, why? So I just replace it, like if I'm baking and I need moisture, instead of using oil, I can use a banana or like some applesauce.
It is hard to cut sweet potatoes. I always ask my husband to do it.
Yeah, so hard, but this is the last one. Cool. Now that's done. So as I mentioned, totally optional to season them. I'm going to season them because why not? So I'm going to season them and I'm going to add like a little bit of water so it's wet so the seasoning stick. And then going to put some black pepper. Some garlic powder and some paprika. And then I kind of just toss it. So this is exactly how I actually make all of my potatoes, even like just regular yellow potatoes. Put it all in a bowl and toss it. It's how I do with tofu. Cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and put it in the air fryer. I believe it's going to be, see how many degrees. Here so you guys can see, but I'll just put it like 20 minutes. Cool. So now that the potatoes are in the making, now we can work on our other stuff. So this is a cucumber. Depending on how many summer rolls you want to make, you'll need the whole one, but usually I kind of just use half. So I'm going to show you a trick. I mean, maybe you already know this trick. And I'm not peeling my cucumber. So I cut it like this size, cut it that in half, cut that in half, and then cut that in half. And that's how you have fry like cucumbers. Nice and easy.
Do you use the skin when you use your cucumber?
Yes. Why, you don't?
I do on Persian, but on the hothouse ones, if that's what it is, I usually do peel it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Habit, maybe.
Wait, have it? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess maybe you don't have to, especially if it's organic.
Yeah, it's organic. I don't peel it. I don't peel it. I never had the need to.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I'll stop peeling my cucumber then.
Yeah, maybe you don't need to. I don't need to. Yeah, no. The only things, I don't even peel my kiwis either. So the red onion, we don't want to chop them super small. Really, what we're gonna have is just like little pieces like this. So, but you don't want to like chop them super small. You know what would be really great for this recipe too is pickled red onions.
Mm-hmm.
For that, the recipe I follow, which isn't mine, it's from another vegan chef. She taught me it, and she does lemon and honey. But for those who don't eat honey, which I don't eat honey, is you could do maple syrup or agave, and just lemon, maple syrup, and agave, and it works perfectly fine. So these are my red onions. We got the cucumbers ready. And by the way, there might be a lot of extra stuff sometimes. What I usually like to do is I just put it in a Tupperware, and I'll use it for a salad for like later or tomorrow. Yeah, and then we have our lettuce. So I used to not put lettuce in the summer rolls, but it gives it a nice crunch. And I want to dry these out. And these summer rolls that we're making, I know we're using rice paper, but I've also used nori sheets and kind of made like a little wrap with the nori sheet. So for this, we wanna, and normally I don't cut off the white end, but for this, we wanna cut it off because it's hard and it can easily rip apart the rice paper. So I'm gonna cut that part off. My dog is right here. Every time she hears this,
That's counter conditioning. Get it?
counter conditioning.
She hears you bang on the counter and it means there's food there. That's adorable.
Yeah. So I give her cucumber and carrots, and she likes it, and it doesn't harm her. So for the lettuce, we want to cut it in half in the middle, like that. I kind of don't like the edges of that, and then half in the middle again. And now those are the pieces that we're gonna use. So we'll do the same thing over here. You know, summer rolls are kind of like a salad burrito. Because I know people, they're like, oh, you know, I don't want to just eat salad. Just, you know, we can be creative and eat the salad in a different. There we go. Cool. So that's that. And that's pretty much all of the filling. Oh, and then there's avocado. So you can either do avocado or guacamole. My avocado didn't get ripe enough in time, so I'm going to use a pre-made guac that I have. And I mean, it's going to taste even better because there's like tomatoes, jalapenos, lime, cilantro, and stuff in it. So I'm going to put my scraps away, and then we can make our peanut sauce.
Yay.
The famous low-calorie peanut sauce. Another thing I have here is green onion. I am like a huge green onion lover. So I know we already have red onion, but there's something about green onion that just makes everything So much better.
I agree. I sprinkle it on everything, soup, whatever I'm eating gets scallions on it. I completely agree with you.
So is there a difference between salad or green onion, or does it just have two names?
I think scallion and green, it's kind of like people call cilantro, or there's another word for it, they call it, or like garbanzo bean or chickpea. I think scallions and green onions are the same thing. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me in the chat, but I think they're the same thing.
Yeah, I think so too. And so what are chives?
Oh, chive. Oh, well, maybe chive is, I don't know. I'm going to Google it. If you guys can find out sooner and put it in the chat, let me know. I know chives are much, much thinner though, aren't they? But they do taste a lot like green onion.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen chives, like dried chives in like a little container like this. I don't think I've seen it elsewhere.
Chives always seem to be much more expensive than scallions too.
So I'm grabbing my little bowl here to make the peanut sauce. Now you're about to find out why is this a low calorie peanut sauce than just any other peanut sauce. Well, the reason being is because I am using PB2 or PB Fit peanut butter powder. So it's a lot less, there's a lot less fat content. I mean, it says here per serving, it's 2 grams of fat. How much grams of fat is in a serving in like regular peanut butter? I don't even have regular peanut butter, so I wouldn't.
Probably, I'm guessing like 20. Okay, so Mary says green onions and scallions are the same thing, but are chives the same thing? And Liz says she wished she knew what you knew when she was your age.
Lisa, is that Lisa Raw Food Romance? Lisa?
No, this is somebody named Liz, but I wish Lisa was watching that. Great.
Well, you know, it's okay. It's never, you know, at least you know now. How about that?
Okay, we have an answer. Chives are the leaves of the garlic plant. Very cool. Very similar, but different. Yes, I've had garlic scapes. I actually air fried them. They're all kind of in the same family. I think it's called the alum family, but they're all delicious.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have a garlic clove here that we're going to use for our peanut sauce. So yeah, so this is just a lot, you know, it's a lot lower in fat content, and it's clean ingredients. It's oil free. Yeah, it's oil free too. I know when you buy peanut butter, it comes with like a whole layer of oil. Some have added oil, some it's just from the peanuts. But yeah.
I wonder how they defat the peanut though, don't you? I mean, like, how do they do it?
So it says 87% less fat and about 1/3 the calories of traditional peanut butter. So, it says here, traditional peanut butter has 188 calories and 16 grams fat per serving. And then this has 70 calories and 2 grams of fat per serving. I really think it's just the oil content. I think it's the oil content. Like, this doesn't have any oil. So how do you defat? I think it's the oil.
They also make almond butter like that. I mean, not almond butter, but almond powder, you know, they make powdered almond powder now too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen it at the store. Allium family, Jesse says. Chives have, Petra, hi Petra. Chives have much thinner, more delicate stems than green onions do. Green onions have an astringent oniony flavor. Chives, meanwhile, are much milder. Chives is always what traditionally when you used to order baked potatoes, or maybe still do at restaurants, it would always become with sour cream and chives, you know?
Yeah. So, but green onion and scallion is the same thing.
Yes, that everybody concurs. And Susan wanted to know, is there any sugar in your brand of dry peanut butter powder?
So, yeah, there is coconut sugar.
Okay, because there are brands that don't. I can post a link for some if that's important to you, Susan, but I have seen brands without it.
Yeah, so have I. But this is the only organic one that I've seen. So I kind of I personally chose organic over no sugar, and especially if it's coconut sugar. But yeah, there are some that with no sugar. This is just the only organic one that I've seen, and I got this at Costco for like $7. This big tub, look, it's the size of my head.
It must last a long time.
It lasts forever. And I mean, I only personally really use it for peanut sauces when I do recipes like these. I mean, the other day I made some veggie peanut noodles, and I used that. But pro tip, guys. Okay, so I talked about this on my Instagram. So I made my peanut noodles and I put the sauce and it looked so creamy. And then like a minute later, it was no longer creamy. It was pretty dry. It still tasted good. I'm like, why isn't this creamy? And I realized the only difference from my recipe to other people's is that I didn't add oil. I didn't add sesame oil. So just do note, you know, if you use this to make like a peanut dressing for noodles and you don't add oil, it's going to be, it's not going to be creamy. It's going to taste good. It's not going to be creamy. Maybe to keep it creamy, I'm not sure. You can maybe add tahini, but there goes the high fat content. And I mean, not that fat is terrible, but like if you're just going for a low calorie recipe. So I've minced my garlic, and I do have a garlic mincer, but the reason I'm chopping it instead of using the garlic mincer is because sometimes the garlic mincer tends to like bind everything together. And we don't want that for the sauce, because then you're going to get like a big clump of garlic in one bite. So yeah, so here's my little bowl, and let's put our PB2 powder. So 1 scoop of this is 2 tablespoons. I might need a bigger bowl. Oh, this is good. And then you guys can see what's inside. Okay, so recipe calls for 8 tablespoons, or like maybe half a cup. I think a fourth of a cup is 8 tablespoons, but I'm going to go ahead and do, I want extra, by the way. So that's why I'm also doing a lot more. So I'm doing 4 scoops of these, and that equals 8 tablespoons because there's 2 tablespoons in here. There we go. And also with this recipe, if it gets too liquidy, just add a little more powder. And if it's too creamy or too thick, just add a little more water. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup.
Susan is saying maybe if you added vegetable broth, it would have stayed creamy.
Maybe. I don't know. I would have to try it. I mean, but that's kind of just like adding flavored water. I don't know. I'm adding 1. Oh no, I don't want to add 1 tablespoon of liquid aminos. I want to add 1 teaspoon of liquid aminos. And this is the low sodium alternative to soy sauce. It still does have a lot of sodium, so that's why I kind of just did 1 teaspoon. I'm going to do some black pepper. I'm going to go ahead and put in our garlic, our super tiny chopped up garlic. And then we need to do, so for this recipe, you can either do a lime or a lemon for the sauce, which is, you just need something that's a little bit tangy. So grabbing a lime.
I don't know. I like lime better than lemon for some reason.
What?
I like lime better than lemon. That's just me, I think, maybe.
That's funny. I like lemon better, but I'm using lime because I used my last lemon last night. I didn't realize it was the last one, but I prefer lemon on this. Like when I go to restaurants, I'm always ordering a side of lemons for my water. And I drink water with lemon every day. And, you know, if you're watching this and you're interested in weight loss, lemon actually helps suppress your hunger. Not that we want you to like super undereat, but, you know, maybe if it's not time to have breakfast yet, or you had dinner and you're kind of hungry around like 7 p.m., but you already ate your meals for the day, just drink a little lemon with water. Or you might just be thirsty and not hungry. You think you're hungry, but you're just thirsty. Cool. So I've got my black pepper, my maple syrup, liquid aminos, my powder, my garlic, and my lime. So now I'm just gonna add water. I'm kind of just gonna add a little bit as I go. I need to buy one of those little mix thingies.
You mean like oh my God, what's it called? A whisk, you mean?
Yeah, I need a whisk. I don't have a whisk because I don't really bake, but a whisk would be good for this. See, by the way, so we just made peanut butter here. I mean, I'm gonna add more water, but it's so cool how we can make peanut butter with this powder and just some water. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Very creamy, so more water. Better to add as you go rather than add too much and then it's too liquidy. But then again, if it gets too liquidy, we can just add some powder. And I mean, for this recipe specifically, we want it to be a little bit more liquidy so it actually serves as a dipping sauce. Okay, this is good. And that doesn't even make that much. That's crazy. And we used 4 scoops of that. Is anyone saying anything in the chat?
Let me check it out for you. Well, people like lime. Yep.
Like lime?
People love lime. And Susan's mentioning cucumber with mint. Do you ever put mint in your spring rolls?
No, I haven't put it in my spring rolls, but that sounds yummy. I want to do more of a fruity one too. Maybe that could be next time. So add like strawberries and mango. I put mango in my sushi recently, and that was really, really good. All right, let's do a taste test. It's yummy. I love peanut sauce though. Oh, it's perfect. It's so good. Perfect. Once you take a little bit of peanut sauce and you eat it, you don't want to stop. So cool. I'm going to go ahead and put this back. So the sweet potatoes, the sweet potatoes are ready. They're 2 minutes left. Perfect timing. Look at that timing. Okay. So these are ready. I'm going to put them on a plate and then show you guys. I have this bad habit of using my fingers to get food as soon as it comes out of the air fryer, and I'm just like, oh, it's kind of like a game for me, like to not get burned. These are perfect.
Wow, those look amazing.
These look great. Wow, the willpower right now to not eat one. Cool. So I'm going to put these here on the side. Let's drink some water. This is actually my first time putting sweet potato in my summer rolls. Usually they're fully raw. So I'm excited to try this. I have had tofu in my summer rolls, but not today. So for these, I have a bowl here and there's water, filtered water. Because for the spring roll rice paper, we need to wet it for about 12 seconds before we actually roll it. And by the way, once you open these, they last you about 30 days in the fridge. This brings 16 wrappers. So here it is. We're going to do number 1. I'll put this down here so you guys can see. I'm going to move I guess I'll move this here. That's easier. Move my stuff here to the side. And you definitely want to have like a little flat surface. Cool. So I'm gonna dip this in. Have it soak for about 12 seconds.
Chrissy says she is such a lovely young lady. If only we had more young people in our world like her.
That's very sweet. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like kind of obsessed with this lifestyle. Yeah, that's why we're here, you know, we're spreading awareness, we're spreading the word. That was very sweet. Thank you. What was her name? Katie?
Let me look. That was Chrissy.
Oh, Chrissy. Cool. By the way, you know, these little wrappers, they break. So if it happens to you, don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. It just happens. So I put my lettuce. Oh, you know, I'm forgetting one thing. I knew I was forgetting one thing. I was like, I feel like I'm missing an ingredient. Carrots. I knew I was missing something. Okay, carrot stick. Because usually it just feels more colorful. Well, honestly, the carrot will not go in this one. We got to wrap this up. So let's put some guacamole. Ooh, this is going to be yummy. I wish I could share with you all. How many people do we have watching right now?
Let's see. It's hard to say because I stream so many places at once. For sure, a couple of hundred on YouTube. But see, I go to Twitter. I go to all these different Facebook places. So it's hard to know until afterwards, but at least a 200 or so on YouTube right now.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I feel so seen. Okay. And there we have our first little guy. It just looks green because I put the guacamole and the lettuce first. So now though, let's peel this carrot. So what I like to do for the carrot, this is a little trick I actually learned from Nate, and he kind of just goes like this, like back and forth, and it creates little strips of carrot. So we do that, and then we go to the other side. And we have all these carrot strips. So it gets to a point where you can't really go anymore. So I kind of just chop this up and use it for a salad later. Probably gonna need 2 of these. I knew I was missing something because I'm like, usually this is a lot more colorful. This carrot's kind of beat up on the outside. So let me get rid of this. Are you going to Woodstock Fruit Festival?
No, are you? And when is it? It's in New York, right?
Yeah, it's in New York. It's in, is it September or August? I think it's in August. I'm confused because I know I have another event. I want to go. Yeah, I want to go. Like my mind is set. I want to go. So yeah, I'm like, I'm going. I need to get my ticket, but I plan to go. I've never been. So it'll be my first time. So if anyone's watching this and you're going, I'll see you there.
It sounds like fun. There's a question. Have you ever made vegan pho?
No, the closest thing I have to that is I've made my own ramen soup. So it, you know, it was brothy and it had the veggies and the noodles. I actually don't like pho, however you pronounce it. I don't really find just much flavor to it. So, but no, I've never made it. Just a ramen, which I actually have the full recipe on my Instagram. It was cool. it was fun to make. It was
Is that where you hang out most, Instagram?
Yes, but I've been hanging out more recently on YouTube because I love the idea of the long video form content. I feel like I get to connect with the people more. And then, yeah, but I built most of my community on Instagram, but I've been moving more to YouTube now. Okay, so we've got the carrots, the lettuce. Let's put some red onion. Oh, almost forgot the green onions. The best part, put the green onions. And this is takes so much, I can't focus a little bit.
It's so beautiful too. It's like a rainbow. But
Yeah,
I would call them rainbow rolls.
So it's funny, I have an ebook where I called them rainbow rolls.
Oh, great minds think alike.
Yes. Okay, so then we wrap it up. Also, there's different sizes of these rice paper rolls. There's some that are like a lot bigger. And what people do is if you do get the bigger one, you follow the same process, but just cut it in half after. Here we go. This one's more colorful. We got one that's really green and one that's orange and purple. So yeah, they're all going to look completely different. All right, we'll make another one now. And that's really like it, you know, we just repeatedly follow the same process. Be careful not to soak your paper too much, and then also be careful not to under soak it. The instructions do say, yeah, about 15 seconds. And then I use filtered water on this bowl because, you know, the paper is like soaking it in. So I don't really want to use tap water. Let's do the carrots on the bottom again. That was pretty. My dog is just looking at me right over here. I'm going to show you her after this. I think I showed you her on the last show.
Adorable. I hope she'll make a guest cameo appearance again.
Yeah, she wants carrots. 2 sweet potatoes, some green onions. Oh, and need to put the guacamole. Didn't do that on the last one. See, they're all going to taste different because I forget to put one ingredient on one and then remember on the other one. Cucumber. And it's just, what I love about this is you're going to get all the different flavors and all the different textures. So we got the crunchiness from the cucumber and the lettuce. Well, the crunchy part of the lettuce. Then we have the savory from like the guacamole and the red onion. We got the spicy from the red onion. And then to me, carrots are kind of sweet. So you got a little bit of sweetness there. And then of course, though, the peanut sauce is sweet. There we go. And bam, just like that. So right now, oh, see, look what's happening here. Sometimes they'll break a little bit open, but it's fine. It's still intact. But the rice paper kind of just stretches out sometimes. Oh, I was going to show you my dog. There she is.
She's little.
Say hi, Pink. Hi, Pink. Here, I'll show you guys me giving her a little carrot.
She's so cute. Is she Chihuahua?
Yes, she is. Yep.
Oh, Mary's saying red bell pepper would also be good in the rolls. That would be pretty as well. That add another color.
Totally. Let me see if I have some. That's what I'm saying. Like the beauty. No, I don't have any right now. The best part about this recipe is we can get as creative as we want. I'm not sure about tomatoes because tomatoes are really watery. Unless maybe we take out the middle part, but I've never personally tried it. So should I try one with the peanut sauce?
Sure. And also purple cabbage, people are saying would look pretty in there.
In the ebook for the rainbow rolls, I used purple cabbage. I made sure to use one color of like every color of the rainbow. So I did purple cabbage, I did red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, avocado and lettuce for the green. I also did onions and carrot for the orange. Okay, here we go. Gonna dip it. Oh my God, this is so good. And these are great too, because you can pack it up in the fridge. I've had these as a leftover couple hours. So let's say you're going on like a picnic or a little road trip. You could totally pack these up, and just careful with compacting them too tight, because this rice paper, it is sticky. So they stick to each other. And then if you try to take them apart, it'll break. Mm-hmm. So delicious, so easy. And these fill you up. You only really need like 6 of these.
What do you eat during the day in general, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks, workout? What do you do? How does guacamole and peanut sauce taste together? Charlie wants to know.
So it's funny you asked that. That summer roll, I had forgotten to put guacamole, so I'll bite another one and try it. Here, I'll do this one because this one has a lot of guacamole. Okay, and then I'll answer your question, Chef AJ. Okay, here we go. Guacamole and peanut sauce. I've had avocado and peanut sauce and it tasted good. Wow. It tastes amazing. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. 10 out of 10 recommend. So to answer your question, every single day for breakfast, I have fruit. Whether it's fruit in its full form, like right now I have a bunch of honey mangoes. I had 4 honey mangoes as my snack yesterday. Really big snack. Actually, that was breakfast. So I have fruit, but usually it's a smoothie. So I've got my Vitamix over here, my Bio Chef, if you know, you know, and my really big pitcher. So yeah, I usually fill up about like six to 7 cups of a smoothie for breakfast every day. And I use frozen fruit, but I actually thaw out my fruit. So I always have 2 bags of frozen fruit in the fridge, thawing out, and that's what I put into my blender. And I don't add any water, so it doesn't dilute it, and it tastes so much better. Like there's so much more flavors. I'm not adding any water to dilute it. And then I usually add 2 medjool dates, and that's pretty much it. Just the fruit and the dates. And then for lunch, I have a salad, basically a salad. Sometimes I'll add potatoes, maybe if I have like leftover rice and beans, or I made chickpeas or like a veggie stir fry, I'll add it to my salad sometimes, but I want to keep it like raw still, because if I eat something too heavy and like cooked, I'll get really tired, and I still want to be productive throughout my day. And then for dinner, I'll have my heartier meal. So it could be like an Asian inspired bowl. It can be a creamy soup, a pasta, chickpea pasta with like a creamy sauce, whatever I make, quesadilla, burrito, you know, that's the heavier meal. Although I'm not going to lie, sometimes I don't even eat 3 times in one day. Sometimes I drink my smoothie like at 12, that it becomes my lunch, and then I'll just eat like a big salad with like a side of potatoes or, something warm, and that'll be my dinner. I don't really like to eat past like 5 or 6 p.m. because it affects my sleep. So depending on depending on like how big my lunch was, I'll really have like something for dinner or not. And if I snack, I'll just have fruit or juice. I love having juice prepared, and I'll sip on that for a snack. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I repeat really the same cycle every day, but it never feels repetitive because I switch it up. My smoothie is not always strawberry mango. I'll do blueberry mango. The other day I tried mango and green grapes. It was delicious. So, oh, sorry about that. So I switch up the flavors. I switch up the dressing for the salads. Technically, I feel like I'm eating a salad right now, but it's in the form of a summer roll. So it's the same ingredients, just in a different form. It doesn't ever feel boring or repetitive. So just a little bit of extra time and a little bit of extra effort with the fingers can really, really create a lot of possibility with our meals.
Do you do any kind of batch prep?
Yeah, so I'll definitely batch prep like some beans and some chickpeas. So for this week, I actually had batch prepped the chickpea tuna. No mayo, no oil. Yeah, potatoes, the beans or chickpeas, whatever I'm going to use. I'll sometimes chop all of my veggies. So I'll chop like red onions, cucumber, I'll chop broccoli, carrots, cauliflower. I don't chop my lettuce. I don't really have the best luck with pre-chopping my lettuce. And then I'll just put that in the fridge. And yeah, sometimes in the Instant Pot, just throw in a whole bunch of veggies, some veggie broth and some soup, and you've got a whole lot of nutrients in there. And then I'll kind of just have that over maybe rice sometimes, or have it on the side with some salad. Let's try these fries. Very good. Yeah. I don't like to batch prep my vegetables because they get soggy and weird, and that grosses me out personally. So what I'll do though is I'll rinse and I'll chop them. That way, when it's time to eat them, they're ready to just be thrown in like the pan. I don't need to go through the whole process. And then everything else is already made.
That's so good.
So yeah, that's really what my meal prep method.
Well, looks like you have a very successful system.
It's a system that gives me less time in the kitchen. I'm using this very similar ingredients, so I don't have to like prep so many things all at once. But and then I kind of just have like a buffet of items to make the different meals every week. Oh, one thing I 100% always prep is a sauce, like a dressing or a dipping thing, like a hummus or something that's less runny. Oh, see, this one broke, so I'm not going to use it.
You can't save it in any way?
Not really. No. I've seen people like fry these things. Yeah, no, there's just no way to save it. Unfortunately, it's kind of like a waste. Yeah, that one was broken. So we'll try again. And you can also put noodles, like what are the white noodles called? Like the white thin noodles? Are they rice noodles?
Well, I mean, there's the shirataki noodles that are made out of tofu. There's kelp noodles.
Oh yeah, kelp noodles would be good in this as well. I've seen, like I've been to restaurants and stuff where people put noodles in their summer rolls. So that's an option as well. And, it's really just like a salad. You can kind of add whatever you want to it and it'll taste yummy. So it's the same thing with this.
You know what I was just thinking would be good in there are raw shredded beets.
Oh yeah. I think last time you told me you really liked beets.
Yeah, I like them better raw though than cooked. I don't know why.
I don't usually eat beets, so I can't say I have a preference, but both times I've tried them, they were good.
If somebody couldn't find the rice paper or didn't want to bother, that you could just wrap these up in lettuce, like, you know.
Yeah, totally. The lettuce, these were lettuce hearts. You could just wrap it, put it on one side, and then fold. This is the lettuce heart. You put it on one side, fold it over, wrap it in, and then you have it as well. Yep. Or if you have nori sheets, or you can use literally this same filling you can use for a taco.
Yeah. Yeah, sweet potato tacos.
Yeah, sweet potato tacos. You can add mushrooms. One time I added mushrooms, and oh boy, was that yummy. So you want to be careful not like fill these up too much, because that's how they break easily. Cool. There we have it.
Oh, here's a suggestion from Kim. The broken rice paper, just put it in the next one.
Well, first of all, I folded it up, but I mean, if you want to, but it's gonna be too rice papery.
Okay. Well, just if you didn't want to waste it.
Yeah, I mean, we can try it. Oh, wow, this one's like unsticking without breaking.
That's cool.
So the one time, so that is a good suggestion. There is a recipe that I made once. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the pan seared rice paper rolls, but people actually oh, this one's folding up. People actually cook these, and I actually made those once. I also have the recipe on my Instagram for this. And you do double wrap them. Just because if not, it'll totally break through the heat, the single layer. If you put this in, I mean, it requires oil, but if you fry this, it becomes a chip. So that's another way to use it.
I think I've seen those also in brown rice paper rolls.
Really?
I think I have.
I haven't. I have not. I definitely want to try the kelp noodles. That's a really good suggestion that you gave there. So next time I'm gonna do some kelp noodles.
Kim says she always adds rice noodles to hers. If you chopped up the broken one, it would be the same. And you could air fry them without oil, says Mary.
Oh, so perfect. Should we air fry this and see what happens?
You could.
All right. And Mary, do we chop it up, or should I just kind of like, maybe I'll chop it up in strips? I'll do it after I finish rolling this up. I don't want to. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, we'll air fry it and see what happens. And it'll be like a chip.
When in doubt, air fry.
When in doubt, air fry.
If you don't know what to do with something,
just air fry it. I love the air fryer. Okay, here we go. Wrap this up in.
Elizabeth says the noodles that people see often in spring rolls are called vermicelli noodles.
Vermicelli noodles. Beautiful, thank you. Okay, cool. This one's all ready to go. And by the way, I'm putting them on this plate, and they're all separate because remember, this is so sticky. You don't want it to break. Okay, so I'm just gonna chop this in like little strips, and we'll air fry it and see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, one of the viewers is talking about how somebody wrapped cauliflower in rice papers to make a skin. I think that might have been Carly Budrug from Plant You, and I think that if I'm not mistaken, that was her idea. It made it real crisp.
Oh, that's smart. I'm gonna put 3 minutes. I'm not sure how long I need to put. but I'm putting 3 minutes. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we'll make more summer rolls. Summer rolls, spring rolls. I've seen the name, both names be used.
Guess it just depends what time of year you're making them.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, probably.
SW says, I microwave the rice paper for 60 seconds to get instant wafer chips.
Really?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I don't really use a microwave. Do you use a microwave?
I use it like for heating up rice. I don't really cook with it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I even reheat my food in a pan. I mean, not, aside from this whole radiation stuff, like I just love the way my food tastes when I reheat it in a pan, because it kind of gives it a crisp. And I'm so big on texture. And I love it.
How long do you think these keep in the fridge fresh?
If you're using avocado, I wouldn't do more than like 4 to 6 hours. But if you're not using avocado, probably up to like 12 hours. I think the longest I kept it was like 12 hours. Yeah. That's the longest I did it for. So if you do them at night, they'll be good for like lunch the next day. If you go to work or you want to take it somewhere.
Somebody's asking how do Whole Foods get there so, they're so perfect for so long. How are they doing that?
Well, they definitely make them the morning of, and I've gone to Whole Foods and there wasn't any on the shelf. So I had to ask the sushi guy, the sushi chef, to make me fresh ones. So I think they kind of just don't make a big batch, and have for like the whole week. I'm pretty sure those are made on a daily basis. All right, let's see. Oh my God, they're like little chips. Hold on, I think I'm gonna put 2 more minutes since it was really folded up. Okay, I'm putting 2 more minutes. Oh no, they're gonna fly everywhere. Okay, that'll be fine. I'm gonna finish this one that I started. The peanut sauce, you can for sure store in the fridge for like 5 days.
Well, you can use peanut sauce on other things like veggie rice dishes, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Joyce says a little spicy horseradish in the rolls would be zingy. Virginia says I use hemp noodles instead of rice noodles, way less calories. I've never heard of hemp noodles. I've had hearts of palm noodles though. Those were really good.
Oh, from Trader Joe's?
Uh-huh.
Yep, those are so good. It's like what, 120 calories for the whole package. It's crazy.
It's like nothing. It's like eating a vegetable. And also I've had kohlrabi noodles. It's made out of a vegetable too from Trader Joe's. That's really good.
Oh, I haven't had those. That's cool. So yeah, 2 wrappers of these are 60 calories. So they're 30 calories each. And the peanut sauce, I used 8 tablespoons. So what's 70 times 4?
280. Don't ask me to do math. That's never been my forte, but I think it's 280.
Yeah, no, it's 280. You're right. So it was 280 in the whole bowl. So like, and I mean, if you have extra, there's still a lot left here. If you have extra, you can't even count the whole 280 towards the meal. So 30 calories for one rice paper. I don't know, 20 calories for dipping it in the sauce. Not even 10. And like, do we even count lettuce and red onion?
I don't even count. I eat vegetables. I don't think you have to do
Yeah,
that. I don't count calories though. I don't even, I just eat the right food.
Yeah, exactly. That's the trick. If you don't even want to track your food, just eat the right food. Eat your fruits, your leafy greens, your veggies, and you will be a-okay. Stay hydrated, get, your daily movement in, your steps. Okay, I'm going to roll this one up. And then I'm going to try those rice paper chips over there. And by the way, the guacamole that I have, if you want to buy like pre-made guacamole, the one from Costco, it's the Good Foods brand. They actually have a vegan queso as well. And it's all whole ingredients, like no preservatives. It's crazy. And it tastes so good, and it's all organic. So yeah, they have and not at Costco, I've seen it though at like Target and Whole Foods. They also have a buffalo style dip. They have a queso blanco. Very, very good. It's like the Siete brand. The Siete brand is so look, these are crispy. Let me know if you hear it. Let's see. I mean, yeah, it's yummy. It doesn't taste like much, but I like that it's crispy and warm. So I'm going to dip it in this sauce. Thank you for this idea, because now the rice paper that break doesn't go to waste.
That's nice. This has been a wonderful demo. Thank you.
Here they are. Whether you're vegan or not vegan, I think anyone will enjoy these.
Elizabeth says you're making everyone hungry. I don't know if you can answer this question on weight loss, but Anne says, can you ask her if it's normal to gain weight on the scale, but the body is shrinking? I still need to lose weight.
Yeah, because our water weight fluctuates on a daily basis. So if you're shrinking, and here's the thing too, if you're strength training and you're working out and lifting weights, you're building muscle. So when you're building muscle, you're gaining weight. So personally, the scale is like the least favorite method for measuring progress for me. I tell my clients, you use the reflection in the mirror, use pictures, how you feel, how you look, maybe a pair of old jeans fit you better, measuring tape. So if you're shrinking, then, and you're going towards your dream body, then that's all that matters. Who cares about the number on the scale? It's either or building muscle.
Amen. Charlie said you just invented rice paper tortilla chips. That's great. Well, thank you so much. This recipe looks delicious, easy, and very versatile as well.
Yes. Cool. Thank you, Chef Adrian, for having me, and everyone in the comments and the chat who joined in, gave the tips. No food waste today. This was a lot of fun.
I put in the show notes, if people sign up, you send them something like a guide.
Yep, the free guide.
You want to tell them what it is?
Wait, are you talking about the Turn FLAB into FIRM guide?
Yeah, you can talk about it because it's in the show notes and in the chat if people want to click it.
Yeah, so that's actually my most recent guide that I created. It's called Turn FLAB into FIRM. So in it, I share with you my top 3 secrets that I personally followed when I lost 23 pounds in 8 weeks. And I touch up on lifestyle, on mindset, on food and fitness, and just daily healthy habits that are, pretty essential and require very minimal effort, if any at all, when it comes to losing weight. So I include pictures and just all the tips and stuff. And then if you want a video version of it too, I'm actually in the works of creating that. So if you're someone who prefers to watch over reading, I'll be placing that at the bottom of the guide. So even if you download it now, you'll get the video version later next week, because it'll be at the bottom of the guide. So yeah, you can read that guide and you'll see exactly what I did to lose 23 pounds of excess body fat in 8 weeks. I did it in 2020, the year
Nice.
2020.
I hear some voices. I think they're hankering for some spring rolls.
My brother is gaming and he's screaming. He knows I'm here doing a live demo, and he already came in and actually snuck a summer roll, but he didn't dip it in the peanut sauce.
Oh man, that's just lame.
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, hello. I pointed at it.
That's funny.
That's
well,
okay.
Thank you, Yeli. And I'm happy that your belly is happy now as well.
Yes. Cool. Thanks so much. Yeah, guys, if you just go to yelisbelly.com or in the show notes, you'll get the guide, and we'll stay connected. I also have a free Facebook group. I like to post there weekly. Sometimes I'll go live. Maybe it's a demo or just to chat, so we can all stay connected, because I have no idea what anybody here looks like. So it'd be cool to actually meet some of you guys online.
That's great. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful presentation.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Enjoy. Thank you. And thanks all of you for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come back tomorrow when we have a very inspiring story. Jamie Reno lost over 200 pounds without drugs, pills, potions, surgeries, by following a plant-based diet. You'll have to come back tomorrow.